Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another one in my series that I call Worth It. This is where I take a product from a line and I break it way down for you. We're gonna talk about the brand. We're gonna talk about their cruelty-free, their vegan status. We're gonna talk about price comparisons. I'm gonna show you swatches, dupes, a tutorial, and give you my first impressions. Basically, I'm always gonna be 100% honest with you guys, and if it's a big load of crap, I'm gonna tell you it's a big load of crap. I am really excited and I have high hopes for this, but today we are talking about the new e.l.f. Cosmetics and Jkissa collection. So I have both the palette and the liquid eyeshadow. We are going to try them both and I'm gonna break them way down for you. I'm nervous and excited and I'm so eager to dig right into this. If you like videos like this that are in-depth product reviews with a little bit of weirdness thrown in, please hit that subscribe button. I do put out new videos here on YouTube every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you as a part of my family. We're gonna jump into the video, but before we do that, we have to light the cat candle, and you guys, look! The head fell off. If you're new here, I have this cat candle that has a metal cat skeleton inside, and I only light it when I'm filming. I have been lighting this since Christmas and the head just fell off and it's May. It's May. But again, I only light this when I'm filming so that together we may see the magic inside as this skeleton begins to reveal itself, and the cat is on fire. We can officially start. We are going to start off how I always start these videos, and we're going to talk about the brand, but since this is a collaboration, we're also going to talk about the influencer. The brand e.l.f. Cosmetics was founded in 2004, and in case you didn't know, e.l.f. stands for Eyes, Lips, Face. They began selling most of their products at $1 price points. Like, I remember when you could get a foundation and an eyeshadow palette and a mascara and everything was $1 and it was like glorious. They are sold online, but you can also find them in Target, Ulta, Walmart, and other stores. Jkissa, also known as Jkissa Makeup, also known as just Jess, is a YouTuber who has been uploading videos on YouTube since 2013. In 2016, she chose to go cruelty-free and has since sort of become one of the pillars of the cruelty-free community. She is very vocal about her opinions about it and how she feels about it, and I just have ultimate respect for her. She is fantastic at focusing on really bright colors and bold choices, and she makes these color combinations you would never think work, and they just look so bomb. She's really passionate about animal rescue, and she herself has two pit bulls named Suki and Zuma, and they are both just the cutest. This is her second collab with e.l.f. Her first one was extremely successful. I keep saying I'm excited about this, but I'm so excited about this. Next, let's talk about the return policy. This one's a little weird, so I am going to talk about both if you order this from elfcosmetics.com and if you order from ulta.com. As far as if you order from e.l.f., their return policy is extremely strict. The only way they will give you any kind of a return is if your product was damaged in shipping. This is because of the very low cost of their products. On the other end of that though, if you order a foundation or a concealer from e.l.f. and the color does not match you, they will give you a refund within 30 days of purchase. But as far as these two products go, if you purchase them, the only way you're getting any kind of a refund is if they are damaged. Now, if you purchase this off of Ulta.com, you are guaranteed a refund within 60 days of purchase. And Ulta does let you return lightly used makeup. So if you use this and you hate it or it's just not for you, you can return it within 60 days minus the shipping fee. Now let's dig into the brand's cruelty-free and vegan status. This one is an easy one. e.l.f. is 100% cruelty-free, 100% vegan. They are certified by PETA, and one thing that is a little confusing to some people is that most e.l.f. products are made in China. Now the reason that this could be weird is because if products are sold in China, they are not considered to be cruelty-free because China does request that all cosmetics sold in that country must be tested on animals. But even though e.l.f. Cosmetics is made in China, they are not sold there, so they are able to maintain their cruelty-free status. As always, I like to give you guys some price comparisons. So this one was a little difficult for me. So I do break it down and I like to have price per gram as the all-telling, all-knowing number. But I always like to compare it to like products. So I grabbed as many really bright rainbow palettes as I could think of to compare this against, because I didn't want to compare this against some random neutral palette that's not really a comparison. So I'm gonna put a chart right here on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. This palette has 15 grams of eyeshadow and costs $20, which means the cost per gram is $1.33. I have to admit, I was shocked at how many bright rainbow palettes fell right around this same price per gram. The BH Cosmetics Trendy in Tokyo palette, for example, fell at $1 per gram, whereas the Norvina Pro Pigment palette fell at exactly the same price as this one, at $1.33 per gram. So even though the e.l.f. palette is $20 and the Norvina palette is $60, they are still the same price per gram. So you are still getting the same amount of product per gram. The most expensive one on here is the Sugar Pill Pro palette at $2.86 per gram for the 12 Pro Pan palette. Let's start digging into this palette. First, let's talk about the packaging. The outer packaging is just a cardboard box, and it is sealed with a little piece of tape, and inside we have the actual palette. I think the design of this is really cool. So this is intentionally white, intentionally blank, with just e.l.f. and Jkissa to the rescue, because inside we have a sheet of stickers, and you're supposed to design this yourself, make it your own, and just go to town with it. I think it's such a cool concept, and yes, it does sort of have like a tiny bit of like, I guess, a juvenile feel to it, putting stickers on something, but these are cool stickers, okay? We got like pit bulls, and we've got like little tattoo lettering that looks like it could be knuckle tattoos. I don't know, I think it's pretty badass. I don't know, I'm excited to design mine and mess around with this, but yes, it is just hard plastic packaging. So if you don't like plastic packaging, if you prefer cardboard, this will not be for you, but it is very sturdy, and I do have to admit, I personally like that. Now it's time to look at the palette itself. Oh gosh, okay, so this is just a pure rainbow palette. That's what you're gonna get with this. No, there are no tawny browns in here. You're not gonna find anything remotely close to beige in here. You are going to find every color under the rainbow. So we do have 12 matte shades and 6 shimmer shades right on the bottom here, but as you can see, each line going down sort of has the same color scheme. So you have varying shades of reds and varying shades of purple. I really do like the way this is laid out. We also do have a nice big mirror, and the palette does stand up on its own, which is really nice. Now, I'll admit I never use mirrors in palettes, but a lot of people do, and they enjoy having a mirror in there. I'm sort of 50-50. Now, at first glance, I have not swatched this at all. I will say that some of these shades look a little too similar to each other for my taste. For example, KC and Pepper both look like almost the same exact shade of a sort of deep brick red, and Millie and Zuma look very similar. Other than that, the colors are quite different. But these 4 colors are, you know, throwing me off just a little bit, but that all comes down to testing the product, because swatches could be completely different. I do also want to show you the liquid shadow. Again, it comes in a cardboard box, and this is a dual-ended shadow. So we have this kind of pale lime green on one side called I'm Pupset, which so cute. And on this side is a very iridescent white with shimmer in it, and this says, "What a pity smile." This is meant to be a liquid eyeshadow. This is meant to be a topper. So this is not meant to be like a white glittery eyeshadow. This is just meant to be a glittery topper. And now the all-important test, let's dip into some swatches. I'm a little bit nervous about this because, full disclosure, all of the rainbow palettes that I've ever used before have been like high-end palettes. So you expect that almost to be a higher quality than something that is at such a low price point, but I want this so badly to be good. So cross your fingers, let's do some swatches. So as I mentioned, I'm always going to be completely honest with you guys, and I have to admit that just from the swatches, I'm a little disappointed. A lot of the colors, oh, they transferred onto my arm up here, but a lot of the colors went on very, very patchy and streaky and just not good. Like you can see that green like grabbed right where I put my finger and then is gone. The metallics are all really, really beautiful and they really do shine and shimmer, and I'm really impressed by that. But the mattes, I'm not sold yet. I am gonna wipe this off my arm because I do want to try to show you some dupes. I'm not going to do those dupe swatches live. I'm just gonna show you pictures here on the screen and label them so you know what I'm talking about. And also let it be said that swatches on your arm are obviously very different than when you apply something to your eye, because I could go into this palette on my eye and pack the shadows on gently and the right way, and they could be amazing. So don't fly away just yet. This still could be a great palette, but right now I am a little bit hesitant. Now here are some dupes that I was able to find in my collection. Okay, so we've done swatches and I've shown you a couple of dupes, and looking at the way that this palette performs against some of my other palettes, again, I'm not quite there yet. They could apply great on my eyes and we will absolutely see, and I will tell you no matter what, my honest opinion, right now I'm a little iffy and I want to love this palette so much. I love the idea behind it. But again, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So let's do a little bit of a tutorial. I'm gonna use a bunch of colors and I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do yet, but let's see what we can come up with. All right, here is the final look that I came up with, and I tried to use as many colors as possible. This is actually way more colors than I usually use in one look, but I wanted to try both the warm colors and the cool tones. So let's go into my first impressions. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these colors were not easy to work with. They were patchy or they wouldn't play nice with each other. I would lay down one and I'd love the way it looks, and then the second I would go to blend it with another color, it would become patchy, it would disappear altogether, and it kind of bummed me out. Cannoli is a great example of that. When it went on, it was vibrant, it was beautiful blue, and the second I put that sadie purple color over it, it started to disappear. What I have now, I actually am happy with the way it turned out, but this did take a lot of layering and a lot of going back into colors when I would be finished with them and I'd have to go back and touch them up again. The metallics also bummed me out. I have to admit, like when I did the swatches, I was so enamored with them and I was like, yes, you know what? If all the metallics are bomb in this palette, that's kind of all that matters. I'll take it. I'll take that. But once they went on the eye, a lot of them were very difficult to deal with, especially Suki, which also bums me out because I feel like Suki herself, the pupper, is so freaking cute that I wanted this to be the best shade in the palette, and it's very much not. Suki is right here, and to be honest, it just looks like straight up glitter. Like there's no color to it. In here, it looks like this kind of warm orangey gold, and on the eye, it just looks like glitter. Now, I will say I do not have a whole lot of fallout, which I think is very nice. So that is good. I would suggest if you're using these, pack the color on, don't swipe it on, don't use too many fluffy brushes. Like I used a pencil brush for a lot of this because that's really good for packing the color on. Also, make sure you get rid of the excess. So my thoughts on the palette. I don't hate this palette. Let me start off by saying that I don't hate this palette, but I do think that if you are looking for a brightly colored palette, there are better ones for your money. I do think that the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette is amazing, and also the Sugar Pill Pro palette is amazing, but I do understand fully that those are at a much higher price point than this. I have not personally tried the NYX Ultimate Brights, but I do know that's a very bright palette, but I can't speak to the quality of it. But here's what I will say. If you are just getting into rainbow shadows and if you want to play around, and also if you want to support a company that is cruelty-free and vegan, which I do think is very worth mentioning because colors like purple and red are very hard to create vegan formulas of without carmine. And carmine, if you didn't know it, is just crushed up bugs. I don't know why I'm doing this. They did give a valiant effort at them, I would say. And again, please let me keep saying, I do not hate this palette. I do plan on playing with this a lot more, but I cannot say that it's my favorite palette I've ever tried. That's it, and as always, I do want to be just completely honest with you guys, so I hope you can appreciate and respect that. If you've tried this palette, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if there are tricks that you've tried that you really love with this palette, or let me know if you didn't like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you'd hit that subscribe button and become a part of my Rockstar fam. I do put up new videos here on YouTube every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and in the month of June, I'm also going to be uploading on Fridays. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. You are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.